Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode, what is this now, 54 of Kenshi. So last episode we went to the Ancient Tech Lab and we did a little bit of tech rating. And this episode I would like to sell a lot of the bounty that we got off the lab. So I'm going to head to Last Stand and then AdMag to sell off some of the stolen or looted goods from the tech lab. And while we do that back home, we also want to get the upgraded research bench so that we can get edge walking weapons crafted soon. And then Agnew, I have a plan for Agnew. If you're wondering what I'm doing with Agnew, I have a plan. The plan is to turn Agnew into a character that can wield an insane heavy weapon. So I need to try to get strength up on Agnew as a result, which is easier said than done, because at some point they become he becomes very, very able to hold an immense amount of weight. So Agnew, let's get a masterwork on you. This other one can get hand-me-downed. Gecko, you are hauling iron refinery stuff, so I'm going to steal your backpack because I need it for weight. Agnew, we need to weigh you down, buddy. You are too strong. All right, that is a lot of kilograms there. And there's no way that this isn't strength 25. Yep, it is. Agnew, pick up Pingu. As you can see, Agnew is quite fast. Hell, we could even wear the backpack. It's not even that much of an issue. Turn off your jobs. And Agnew's going to be bare knuckle sparring with one of these skeletons over here. Oh, speaking of which, if I want to bare knuckle spar with the skeletons, I ought to get... I don't know if skeletons can wear samurai leg plates, but better armor. And thinking about it, Pingu's probably not the best guard dog for sparring, but we'll probably put one of these skeletons down pretty quick. Additionally, now that we're building the research bench, I think it's about time I get the crossbow craft. Oop, that was the map button. The crossbow crafting up and going, which means we're also going to want the crossbow locker. I'm going to put that on the first floor. Near where the weapons are. Maybe tuck it in here. And then back up top, we're going to want to add some lights. So some torch posts and a ceiling lamp. And then we will bare knuckle box Scream of the False first. Heavily encumbering both. And this ought to, yeah, as you can see, strength XP 85%, ought to train some strength. Now, the reason why I want Agnew to be able to hold really heavy weapons, some of the Meito weapons that you can get are ridiculously heavy. The Fragment Axe Meito weapon weighs 75 kilograms. And even Agnew wouldn't be able to wield that. So, in the interest of being able to wield such massively heavy weapons, we ought to start to train. Train to be able to use them. And Agnew is also taking a bit of a beating. Toughness is kind of rather low, so this is also good toughness training. And another reason to use a skeleton for the really, really heavy weapons is that skeletons repair really easily, so after a big fight, they can get back to training much more quickly than a organic would be able to. So all complex, valid reasons to use Agnew and possibly the other skeletons, Burn, Wike, and Sadneil, over anyone else. Because they can train harder and faster and longer and get back to training sooner. As you can see, the toughness is going up. We already started at 14. This toughness should be, yeah, it's increasing pretty quickly. There's ways to train toughness and stuff like that even faster than what I've been doing. There is a lot of different ways that to do it much quicker than how I'm demonstrating. And there's also mods that will do it, but at some point, oh yeah, they can wear the leg plates. Great. At some point, I find it a little exploitative, which is why I'm resisting sort of going that route. So looking at Masterwork Samurai leg plates, the blunt and cut resistance is incredible. It even covers some of the stomach, but it makes you not be able to dodge. And then it really hurts your martial arts bonus. Now, the beauty of hurting your martial arts bonus is it actually will... So when you hurt martial artists' skill, for instance, you level it up faster. The more negatives you wear, the faster you can level, which is pretty weird to think about at first, but that's the way this game works. So let's say Green wanted to level up his crossbow skills faster than he currently is. If I wore a whole lot of minus to crossbow skill weapons, I would be leveling up at the speed of that negative. So let's say he's level 70 at crossbows, and I wear gear that brings him down to level 50. He will level up the speed at which you'd expect a level 50 person to level up. Odd, I know, but that's just the way this game works. And I kind of rather like it that way. So that way you can, if you really want to min-max your training efforts, you can make it so that the people that you're currently training are maxing out their efforts the most they can by wearing gear that restricts them. And there's actually a tooltip. If you wanted to read that full conversation, feel free to pause. I just didn't got stuck into a conversation like that for too long. That was just me getting a little bit bullied about how the Shek are so honorable. What's interesting about the Shek is they're a kingdom that is a little broken. And I use broken because they have had, they've fractured. They're a heavily fractured society. If you'd like to know more, you can always Google for it, but that is the long and short of it. Alright, so this area no longer has any more buying power. We've basically spent every last dime here. And the reason I mean that is Neucralia has Krall's Chosen, Berserker Village has the Berserkers, you've got the Exile Camp with the Band of Bones. All of these little towns are all under different leadership. It's very fractured. It's sort of like the Skyrim, where all of the cities of Skyrim can't decide what leader to back. I'm obviously... Oh, look at this bag check. All right, let's let you run the bag check. Yeah. You can see my gear. I don't care. I'm not smuggling anything. Now looking back to my home city, let's look. I have junk bows that I can craft. Their reload time is 3 to 4 seconds. Let's get some junk bows rolling out. So Bard here is going to be our crossbow craftsman. We're going to need steel bars and hinges. So Bard, when there's no crossbows to make, you'll make steel bars and hinges. And what was that about? Negative current smith, skill 24. Yeah. He is not the best crossbow smith yet. Oh no, he should be pretty good. Yeah, okay. Someone else was smithing. Agnew must have gone down because Pengu is now beating on Screamer the False. And that was a short little headbutt, and Screamer the False is downed. I'm curious how this training, about halfway level to 51. It's a very, very long process, I might add. Thank you, Pengu. You are what? Trying to repair the gate because it was punched a few times. Agnew, put the skeleton in. And to my knowledge, the prisoner won't leave the skeleton bed under their own accord. Ideally, what I'll have is some skeleton beds down here. All the more reason why skeletons are phenomenal sparring partners. Checking back to Plan the Insane, or Plan as you all know him. We are heading over to the Agmag. So yeah, if you're wondering why I didn't sell to Neucralia or Berserker Village or Great Fortress, the Great Fortress is kind of a ruined city. There's not much there. And Neucralia is full of Krall's Chosen, which will attack me on sight, and the Berserker Village is full of Berserkers. Yes, there are bounties there, and I might help the Shek out by claiming those bounties at some point in the future, but at this point, I'm just on a trade mission, so I'm not about to do that. I'd really like to get my research tech home so that I can start to put it to good use. Speaking of good use, while we stand around waiting for daybreak for the real stores to open up, we'll try to sell as much as we can, which is not to say very much. These vendors don't really have a lot of money to spend, especially not on skeleton muscles. While we wait around for daybreak, I'll head over to the Shinobi Thieves Tower, see if I can't buy a better backpack. Everybody likes good backpacks. There's your plastic surgeon. You have 2 good backpacks for me. Cool. Griffin and Stubbs are going to get these. So we only need 1 more for Infinite Wing. Wing. I don't know what I called him. So almost everyone has a medium-sized Thieves backpack, which is the most bang for your buck, in my opinion. The small ones don't encumber you, but they can store a lot less. And there's only a 2 combat skill bonus that this Thieves backpack does. Whereas this one, yes, it doesn't encumber you at all for combat bonus, but the problem is you really can't put a lot in it. Alright, so it's almost daybreak. We won't be standing around for very long, but let's go back home real quick. Working on chainmail. Plated drifter pants. Also going to crank out 2 more samurai armor. That will be good for the skeletons to spar in, I think. Alright, skeletons are going to get back to work. They've been laying there far longer than they need to. I ought to get some skeleton beds built down in the sparring area. And then Agnew pick up Pingu. Okay, when I said I put him down, I didn't mean literally throw him across the sparring courtyard. But hey, whatever floats your boat. He's what? Getting up? Okay, there we go. Keeps rebooting. Actually, loot him real quick. Okay, he's not actually wearing his backpack. You want to fight? Let's fight. I should have given him armor. But, next time. Okay. It's definitely daytime. Let's go ahead and make some trades. Maybe I'll even buy some of the tech maps that this vendor will have for me. I'll buy a wooden backpack. Tech Hunter's map. That gives me sort of an idea of where to go. A post workshop, camp shelter. Sure, why not? Let's see what got added. So one thing far south in the Fisherman Island. That'll be interesting. That one's a little bit easier to get to in Shun. And then one just up north in the Purple Sands. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually sell anything to you, did I? Let's try this again. There we go. That's all you can afford. I love how I'm constantly harassed everywhere I go. Okay. I bought stuff. I sell stuff. Regular iron plates at this point, given our productivity back home, are probably not all that necessary. So I'm going to get rid of some of that. We don't really have use of any of this. We have plates already backed up. Okay, looking good. Follow plan, and plan, you can run straight home. That was odd. Strength XP. If I was using a big weapon, it'd be a little bit faster, but the fight would be over a lot quicker. It's not even a very good moon cleaver. I'm not even sure why I'm using that. Alright, Mr. Bard. You were supposed to be making crossbows, right? How's that been going, Bard? You working on your first junk bow? So the reason I'm making these, A, for the skill in doing it, and B, that they will shoot a little bit faster, hopefully, than the toothpicks that I have. And as a result, I'll be able to level up my crossbow skill even faster with my crew. Curious, you are out of armor plating, which is why you're not working. Okay. Agnew is Oh, Agnew passed out. This skeleton here is tough. Probably has a good martial arts skill. Comparatively, and is hitting more hits. But then, as soon as Agnew passes out, Pengu goes ham and breaks that Screw Me the False to bits and pieces. Well done, boys. Girls. And yeah, I really ought to make a bed. The reason I'm not making a bed is that I don't want to leave these gates open too long. It might invite raiders to enter. And in fact, I did have scrawny cannibals that wanted to get in. They probably ran into Fogmen and were waylaid. But I gotta be careful with that. Really? You got up? Alright, you wanna fight? Okay. Down you go. Chung's like, ha ha ha. You think you are tough and special because you can punch Agnew to death? Nope. Definitely, that's a negatory. And then just rips him a new one. Okay, we're almost home. Man, I really need to check out my steel refineries. It's a big old bottleneck. So if we look at the factions here, there is some dust raids. I haven't really seen any evidence of such raids. Screw Me the False is up. Let's see. Darn it. Got up before I could loot. And Agnew is getting her butt kicked again. Barely even landed a hit. I guess it's one way to train toughness. And then as soon as Pengu gets involved, it is so one-sided it's a joke. Plop. Alright, little one. There's some armor. Now you're gonna beat me up even better. Pengu didn't even get hit. Oh man. Okay, so they're home, which is exciting. Fill that up. I don't know why I need copper plates. I don't really. Some armor plating. Some meds. Plan has meat on her, but I'm just going to sort of keep that. We did strip Bard of a backpack, so Plan or Rhadamant give that up. Maybe. I'll just drop it. Figure it out from there. Let's look up some blueprints. We have a lot to sort of sort out, don't we? We have some people that are carrying Jenny cores, and they definitely don't need to. Jenny cores are just sort of a simple way to weigh people down. Now, Ron Van Dort mentioned, or rather created a comprehensive guide to weight training. And long and short of it, sort of animal teeth are the heaviest items that you can encumber yourself with, but because it is so labor intensive to click the hell out of them, the thousands of iron teeth that you would need to stack up into one backpack, it's just easier to use something like a generator core, which is heavy and easy to sort of manipulate in mass. Alright, why does Screamer keep getting out of bed? I don't know. Alright, looking at everyone's gear. I think other than Green not having... Well, Green also needs some armor, doesn't he? So we are using, for Green, Drifter's leather jacket and pants. But it would make sense if I made some nicer ones. Because he isn't very well covered by these. And eventually I want, like, dust coats, but I don't have the blueprints for them. Oh, Shrek just made something. Samurai armor. Not bad. We also have some black and chainmail to deliver. Alright, Screamer. You now have this, which gives you a terrible melee attack bonus and martial arts bonus. Samurai armor is probably really good armor to trade martial artists in because they are so... it's such crap. Long and short of it. So now all of our skeletons have the best black plate. And let's go and check for shirts. Ron and Rain could use the newer shirts. And then I'll check for quality to see if these old shirts... The leather shirt I'm going to leave alone, but the turtleneck I can probably hand up. Green's black and chain hive shirt also hurts the crossbow skill. So I have to find a better shirt for him that doesn't hurt crossbow skill. Okay, so here's a... Crumble has a bad shirt. Trade that up. So a shirt that doesn't hurt for him. Let's see. It's probably not going to be... It's probably going to be a leather one. But I don't know if I have a comprehensive list of all the Hiver leather stuff. No, I do. I have the Hive leather vest, which doesn't hurt crossbows. Okay. So Green's going to be in a totally different garb than everyone else as a result. Tech, before I forget. Industry. Smithing first, edge walkers. Very expensive 4 AI cores, but hey, that's the best weapons I'm going to be able to get. And then I'm going to use the rest for steel bars 2 and 3. See what kind that we have left. We can do automatic flour grinding, but I'm not really bottlenecking on that just yet. I will need heavy building foundations, and then I can do large defensive walls. I don't think I need ore drill 2 because we are generating more ore. So I'll just sit on the rest of what we have. Let's see, what kind of time do I have? I have a little bit of time here. Anyone need super repairs or healing? Not really. I have no idea where that Dust Bandit raid went to, but that's okay. We're going to do a quick little trip to the way station down here. Who was that? Screamer that got up and... Yep. I closed the gate too quick. Just sit back down, Screamer. What killed you? I have no idea what shot you. Pretty cool, though. Totally stun lock bashed. Screamer, are you sure you wanted to escape? It seems like your attempt to escape has caused so much more damage to you than if you just behaved. Is Agnew going to get there in time? Yes. Barely. Okay. You want a box? We can box. Oop, Heft is getting attacked. I don't know how they got in here. But Pengu will fix it. This isn't exactly the arena I had in mind for bare knuckle boxing, but it will do. As long as no one's actually getting hurt. I definitely need to build the skeleton bed down there. In this little shack. Airmaid, you just standing around. You've never seen two worthlessly unskilled skeletons kick each other's butts before? This is what it looks like. This is Pacific Rim right here. Pacific Rim meets Ant-Man. Alright, checking back on the crew that's following plan. Rain, are you slower than planned now? You are slower because of your unbelievably heavy weapon, I suppose. And we're done with Edgewalkers. So let's hop back over to Molly. Guess what, Ms. Molly? We are going to queue up... Well, we're going to queue up a lot of stuff. I think the first things I'm going to queue up is the Katana Edge type ones. Because edge weapons are going to be heavier than the stuff I'm using now. And most of my people can't really use heavier stuff yet. So that is exciting. We have some samurai armor in the pipe. And then actually, Shrike, let's put you on leather armor crafting for now. Bit of a change of pace, but it'd be nice when Green gets home if we could, you know, adorn him with some cool gear. Pengu, if this gets out of hand, just stand at the doorway. If Agnew actually goes down, that will be a very short fight. We're just about at this way station. Aramid, if you're not going to cook You're going to become boxing weight, so we can train our strength faster. Almost up to 52. And toughness going up. Dex is going up. Dex is going up because of the dodge. So if I compare Dex of Rhadamant, for instance, as you can see, Dex tends to lag behind a little bit over toughness and strength. Not always, but sometimes. Wow, -2 perception. Sad Neil. You couldn't find your feed if you wanted to. And plan is idle. That means we're here. Plan is insane and trying to walk through a wall. Alright. One of the reasons I like way stations, they don't have a lot of stuff, but they're always open. They're like the 7-Elevens of Kenshi. And we will buy steel bars and armor plating. And they still have all the plank and frag axes that we sold them. Because they'll have no ability to sell those off ever. Just gonna poke down to the exile camp. See who's still around. Hello, Band of Bones. Tora the Fearless. Bounty on your head. You are going to be returned to the shack. While I'm waiting for some strength training and gear, oh, look at Green. You go, little man. I am going to do some of the shack's dirty work. I'm going to be the Baba Yaga for the shack in the interim. Just because I plan on maybe repping with the shack. Alright, so we worked our magic. Their whole group is KO'd. Where is Ms. Boneless here? They all look the same to me. Looks like you're sitting upright, but nope, you're just like Crumble John style. Did you like drop kick her through the earth or something? Is this some sort of $10,000 mistake? I don't know. Oh, there you are. I'm gonna pick you up. And then Crumble is going to first aid you. And actually, I'm going to take your combat cleaver. You're not going to be so tough without it. Okay, you're hungry. And let's go ahead and follow plan. Plan, you get to go into Squin. Let's return this bounty. Bye-bye, Band of Bones. Residents, dead. Relations, -50, or 49. Alright, we have better iron processing. I'm just going to dismantle this other one. We're going to be using this one here. What's going on with the boxing? Ah, the boxing match is done. Congratulations, Agnew. No, apparently just paused. $52, $22, $8. And a martial arts skill that is going up. Of course, skeletons are really bad at martial arts to begin with, so it's not something that will level all that fast. Another reason to use skeletons as sparring partners, I suppose. Alright, so we have specialist grade drifters armor here, which is way better resistances than the crap that green currently has. But this is still not as good as what I wanted. I wanted masterwork, so Jacket and pants we're going to make again. Do it again until it's perfect. Stores aren't open yet. Who picked up? What's her face? Rhadamant did. Okay. Alright, let's, while we wait for the stores to open, which they'll open in just mere minutes, we will return this bounty. And then if we look at our faction rep, the Shek Kingdom is up another 2. They're really slow to warm to me. One day they'll like me. No, that's probably not true. Hello. Oh, you have steel bars and armor plating and real leather and chain sheets. Cool. Oh man, it's been really tough to get new bolts for green here. Let's not march into the stack. that would be a little wrong. Let's go back home, and then we can maybe get to Mongrel and buy some there. Run speed's going up. Rain, are you going to be able to keep up? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Molly, you have nothing to work on. That seems to be incorrect. It's because we upgraded the weaponsmith. I'm glad I noticed that. Let's get those wonderful weapons rolling off the line. And it says we're out of resources for Shrike. So Shrike, you'll tan when there's nothing left to craft. Tanning should go pretty quick. It shouldn't be that bad. It's too bad there's like no auto tanneries. Why is it reading as 0 workers? Are you just standing there looking like you're working? You were, weren't you? Kind of like Bard. Let's queue up a few more junk bows. Bard, did you keep your junk bow? You did. Crafted a poor quality attempt at a toothpick. Pretty worthless. Yeah, I'll probably need to get more blueprints. Better blueprints for this kind of stuff. Again, playing dead. Could you just stay in the repair bed? I guess it's a good way to train my home crew in katanas using a sort of live target. This is very, very... I'm going to call you Screamer the Pincushion. Alright, Gecko, I'm going to kick you out. Chung, I'm going to kick you out. And I'm going to close the door. Oh, and you're just going to be like, okay, I'm coming in. I'm going to lock and close the door. And you're going to unlock it. Okay, I see how this is. I definitely just need to build the skeleton beds down there. That would fix everything. Molly, you will work the steel refinery when there's nothing left to smith. And we're almost done with steel bars 3, meaning the steel refinery is going to get even better. So I bet the second I open this up, the skeleton bolts. Yeah, he's trying to bolt. This will be a quick fight. Yeah, took longer than I thought. He's a tough little bugger. I mean, all skeletons are, I suppose. Plus, he's got some pretty good armor now. That reduces a lot of the damage incoming. Alright, the super pincushion has fallen. I'm going to pick him up. And we are all going to repair him. Come on. Alright, let's leave these doors open while I replace that bedding. I'm going to put them in there. So in here, we don't need any organic beds anymore. So let's get rid of them. And instead, we'll put skelly beds. And as for materials, 4 iron plates each. Well, the home crew will automatically do this. I really don't need to worry about it. And that is one more bounty, Ms. Boneless bounty, that I have claimed for myself. So if you, I'm going to call this episode now. If you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any questions about this series or comments or whatever, let me know. I'm going to let the vote for the best name for the home and away squads go on for a few more days. We'll see if we can't accumulate some additional voters. If you're interested in voting, all you got to do is go to Rhadamant.com and look for the link for the Kenshi squad naming form. And I hope you vote. And I'll catch you all later. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Adios.